Unpleasant feelings. Did you ever put something wet into your gym bag or the dirty clothes hamper and forget it was in there? That's pretty much exactly what happens when we suppress difficult feelings. Here's how I've been able to deal with my own difficult feelings. For me, I think about insulating myself from unpleasant feelings. But, that never really works either because they're always just sort of circling around me, just waiting to pop up at any given moment. So it can be helpful to think about approaching your unpleasant feelings just like you would warm up to a pool of cold water. Just dip your toe in it. And then, little by little, you may warm up enough or feel comfortable enough to do the following. For many of us, one of the hardest things about Alzheimer's caregiving is when your loved one asks you the same thing over and over and over. So for example, your loved one might ask you, what time is the doctor's appointment? And then, again, what time is the doctor's appointment? And then, you didn't tell me we had a doctor's appointment. And then you say, I told you we had a doctor's appointment on Monday. And I told you again on Tuesday. And I've told you 6 times today. Why we're seeing the doctor?
No, I don't. Why?
Just a checkup.
Checkup for what?
Checkup for you. Just a checkup. Make sure you're okay.
Okay.
And tell him how you feel.
I feel the same as I felt yesterday.
How'd you feel yesterday?
The same as I felt the day before.
All right. It's easy to get angry at the different kinds of Alzheimer's behaviors. And then we can feel bad about snapping at our loved one. Or maybe we just sort of feel kind of beaten down from the daily forgetfulness from Alzheimer's. Well, we may not be able to turn our unpleasant feelings into rainbows and butterflies, but we can shift our relationship to our feelings so that we can have a better understanding of our unpleasant feelings and of ourselves. Transforming our relationship to our difficult emotions will help us respond in ways that are more to our liking the next time the difficult situation causes those feelings. So rather than just reacting in the same old way to those difficult feelings, we can be more responsive and make choices that are wiser and more skillful and more to our liking. Number 1, acknowledge your unpleasant feelings. One way to do that is to name them, as though you're labeling them, like you came across them in a dictionary definitions, or like, oh, that feeling is anger, or oh, that feeling is frustration. You're just labeling an emotion. You're not judging whether it's good or bad, and you're not owning the emotion because no single emotion defines who you are. Feelings come and go all day long. It's not the essence of who you are. 2, next, we want to accept the fact that we're only human and we make mistakes and we have feelings, some pleasant, some unpleasant. 3, and then if just for the moment we want to make enough space in our heart and our mind to allow our unpleasant feelings to exist. Don't try to squash them or think that we can sweep them away. Most of us have already tried that. We know it doesn't work. Since our feelings are, in fact, in us, we just want to move them away from our mental center stage, where they no longer have the power to run amok, which means they can no longer automatically run us. Here's a meditation that is a tool that will help with difficult feelings. It's important to roll out the welcome mat, as it were, and invite all of our feelings, the pleasant ones and the unpleasant ones, to be present with us. Because the fact is, they are with us. Taking several slow, delicious, deep breaths and closing your eyes if that feels comfortable, or lowering them if you prefer, and now thinking of a time when you were in a stressful situation or struggling with a difficult emotion, and now naming or labeling the strongest emotion or most difficult emotion that you felt in that situation. Not judging, just naming. Then repeating the name of the emotion a few times in a gentle voice, as though you're just curious about it. Oh, that's anger. Oh, that's frustration. Now seeing where you might feel the emotion in your body. Perhaps there's a tensing or pinching in your shoulders or neck, or a fuzzy feeling in your stomach, like butterflies. And then inviting that area of your body to relax, not forcing anything, not trying to make anything happen, not trying to make it go away, just softening, as if you were melting into warm water. And if you wish, placing your hand over that area of your body to offer warmth. If this is a particularly difficult emotion, just soften a little around the edges of the emotion in your body. Now offering yourself compassionate words because this is a difficult situation. What might you say to a friend who is struggling in the same way? I'm sorry you feel this way. I care deeply about you. And offering yourself similar kindness and compassion, and knowing that you're a caregiver, one human being caring for another human being, and knowing that you are not alone in your feelings. Many of us caregivers feel just the way you do. Finally, allowing the discomfort to be there, making room for it, releasing the need to make it go away, and allowing yourself to be just as you are, just like this, if only for this moment. Acknowledging, accepting, allowing, softening, soothing, allowing. This is an act of recognition, not passive resignation. We can't force things to be as they are not. We must first start with things as they are, and only then can we apply wisdom to the situation or shift our relationship to what is occurring in ways that are healing and transformative. And then letting go of the practice and allowing yourself to be just as you are.